So Auburn loses. Miami moves on. They're going to play Iowa State in the Sweet 16, which beat Wisconsin 54-49. Wisconsin shot a season low 29.8% from the field and turned it over a season high 17 times. That's an awful combination. Hey, guys, we're in the round of 32 against a double-digit seed. Let's go out and shoot it worse than we've shot it all year and turn it over more than we've turned it over all year. Not going to work. Wisconsin, again, 29.8% for the field, 17 turnovers. Badgers were 1 of 22 from 3. Johnny Davis was 0 of 7 from 3, just 4 of 16 from the field. Wisconsin also, and this might explain the turnovers to some degree, playing without Chucky Hepburn for the entire second half, suffered a leg injury in the first half. It was just everything that could go wrong for Wisconsin went wrong for Wisconsin. And congrats to T.J. Otzelberger. How about this? Born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and eliminates Wisconsin in Milwaukee to take Iowa State to the Sweet 16 in year 1. We've been through it. Inherited a 2-win program. Is now a 1-point favorite. Actually, 1-point favorite last night. It's flipped this morning to Miami -2. So let's just put it this way. Inherited a 2-win program and is now in the Sweet 16 after going 7-11 in the Big 12. We've talked about this before. We wait to do our Coach of the Year voting. Right. If T.J. Otzelberger takes Iowa State to the Elite 8 after inheriting a 2-year program, is that Coach of the Year stuff? You could argue just getting to the NCAA tournament after inheriting a 2-win program is Coach of the Year stuff. And then bouncing it into the Elite 8 might be. Might have to reconsider some stuff.
Ed Cooley has my vote. Ed Cooley has my vote if Iowa State doesn't make the Final Four. I think I have Ed Cooley no matter what happens here. He gets Providence into the Sweet 16. They're going to play Kansas. Otzelberger's great, but it's the entire regular season, and Providence's record was a lot better than Iowa State. So, I have to take all of that into consideration. If you do well in the tournament, I'll take that into consideration as well. Oh, by the way, Tommy Lloyd would still be ahead of Otzelberger for me. We will get to Arizona TCU in just a second here. I noted on Twitter, you want to talk about the fickle beast that is this tournament? Johnny Davis, Keegan Murray, Oscar Tshiebwe, Kofi Cockburn. 4 of the 5 to 6 best players, most valuable players, player of the year types, first team All-American types in the sport this season. And what do they all have in common? They're not going to play on next weekend. They're all out.
Do it in your Magic Johnson voice. What do they all have in common?
I'm not going to be here. Hopefully that's close. I'm not going to be here. I think I might be lower than what Magic was doing, but yeah, I got no problem. You handle the Peacock, I'll handle Magic Johnson. It's so wild though. And actually, we still have plenty of star power. We still got to get to Jaden Ivey. We still have guys that are still going to be moving along, and we have amazing storylines in Sweet 16 all over the place. But Iowa State, it kind of makes sense that they got out of that pod, if you will, because that one looked like it was maybe ripe for some chaos, and that wound up being true. Tyrese Hunter is a real ball player. Iowa State fans enjoy him because that's not a 4-year dude at your school right now. He will be making money playing in the NBA. He'll be the latest and next Tyrese to do so out of Iowa State University. And T.J. Otzelberger has statistically pulled off. I saw some variation of this tweet from 3 different accounts on Sunday. There's never been a team that's done this, that goes from 2 wins to the Sweet 16. Has never happened. So incredible stuff for him and that program. Iowa State fans, they were probably gripping a little bit down the stretch of the regular season, understandably so, because it was just up and down, up and down. Good start, and then you got in the Big 12 play, and it's a bear. What do you want? It has the Bears, and it is a bear, but you had more than enough to get in. And I believe we were in agreement, Parrish. We thought Iowa State was actually underseeded for its resume, right?
I don't know if I had an opinion on that, actually.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I was there, and I presume that you might be as well. So, but
I'll go there with you. Hey, I absolutely think Iowa State was underseeded. Look at them now; they're in the Sweet 16.
Exactly. Look at them now, and they did a wonderful job. Now their ability to just clog teams up is really something else. They're not aesthetically the most pleasing group in the bunch, not even close. But who cares if you're an Iowa State fan? You move along and you get to extend. Iowa State is a perfect example where if ISU had lost to LSU in the first round, there wouldn't have been it would not have been no shame in that. You were the lower seeded team, first year under Otzelberger, but it's a perfect example of we get to the tournament and it's like, oh yeah, they made it, but see ya. We'll think about you when we got to start talking preseason hoops again, kind of deal. Instead, it's exactly what you said before. They managed to get a couple of wins. They get the win over Wisconsin and Milwaukee. And now you get 3-4 more days worth of exposure. You get a Sweet 16 game, and it's a humongous thing for your program. It's also huge. These kind of things, coaches will tell you, getting to the tournament's huge, period. But for recruiting, once you get to the Sweet 16 specifically, if you're a power conference school and not one that's always there, you can get some real boost and momentum off of that stuff. So I would think that will be a good thing for Iowa State as well. Cyclones will move along to play in Chicago.
I only keep up with my schedule. I know I got to come. I'm going to go home for a day and then come back to New York. I'll be in New York.
That is Chicago. My point is that's relatively close. That'll be ISU, Miami, and Chicago, and then Kansas, Providence, and Chicago.